Good evening, everyone, here and in Zoom. This evening I'm going to be talking about gratitude and generosity. Gratitude and giving. This being the Thanksgiving weekend. Giving thanks. What's being received right now by body, heart, and mind? Continuously. What's being received that sustains and enriches life? Thank you, Eric. Thank you, light. Thank you, gravity. Thank you, friends. Thank you, Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. Taizan Maizumi Roshi, who was Chosen's teacher and is our Dharma great-grandfather, he writes, This life is that most precious treasure, the unsurpassable way, the way of true realization. I encourage you, please enjoy this wonderful life together. Appreciate the world of just this. There's nothing extra. Genuinely appreciate your life as the most precious treasure and take good care of it. This wonderful life and everything in it. Similarly, the 13th century Sufi poet Rumi writes, be grateful for your life, every detail of it, and your face will come to shine like a sun, and everyone who sees it will be made glad and peaceful. Be grateful for your life, every detail of it, and your face will come to shine like a sun, and everyone who sees it will be made glad and peaceful. Expressing gratitude, acknowledgement, appreciation is itself a form of giving thanks, of giving recognition. The Dhanaparamita is about a bodhisattva's practice of generosity, giving, charity. The Bodhisattva vow, the way of the Bodhisattva, is caring for others, giving to others, even before ourselves. Generosity of thought and speech, kindness, without reactivity. Generous giving may be practiced throughout the day, benefiting both receiver and giver. This is Bodhisattva practice. A key element of dana paramita, which distinguishes it from common charity, is how the Bodhisattva, through their understanding of emptiness, of no enduring self, realizes that there is no inherent existence in the giver, the receiver, or the gift. Thus, dana is non-transactional. So there's the story of Bodhidharma and Emperor Wu. Bodhidharma is our ancestor who came from India about 500 and settled in China to teach. And he was asked to come have an interview with the Emperor Wu, because the emperor had heard of this Indian Buddhist who is now living in his empire. And the Emperor Wu asked Bodhidharma, the Buddha has taught that one will go to heaven if one donates robes and bowls to a monk. But I gave countless monks food and clothing. I paid many times for copies of the sutras. Also, I have founded many, many temples. Tell me, sir, how much merit have I earned? Bodhidharma answered, none. The emperor was not pleased. And Bodhidharma's answer may seem puzzling, because he did feed and clothe and house many. But the point is that giving in order to get something in return is not really, it's not really giving anymore. It becomes wanting, which is just the opposite of generosity. It's said there are three main types of dana, of giving. Giving material gifts, words of the Dharma, and caring for those who are ill or in distress are all dana practices. Giving material goods, like many of you give donations for the food bank. Many of you give meals for sesshin. A member gave one of their carts to a family member who needed one. Caring for those in distress. Bringing food for a friend who is ill, like people brought food to Mushin. Giving housing and care to a relative in their last years of life. People across the country giving aid to immigrants fearing deportation. This is taking care of those who are ill or in distress. It's sometimes called giving freedom from fear as a form of dana. Giving the gift of the Dharma, like many of you do, by sharing Dharma insights from your own life experience during Tuesday evening Dharma discussions, or Thursday Daisan, or during Daoren, or during Maitreya gatherings. Sharing the Dharma. Ryokan was a Japanese Zen master who lived from 1758 to 1831. And he lived the simplest kind of life in a little hut at the foot of a mountain. He had become a Zen priest very early in life. And after achieving enlightenment, he left the temple and became a hermit for most of the rest of his life. He was said to be compassionate in the extreme and loved helping others, even though he had almost nothing himself. So the story goes that one evening a thief visited his hut, only to discover there was nothing in it to steal. Ryokan came back when he was there and saw him there, and he said, "Oh, you may have come a long way to visit me, and you shouldn't return empty-handed, so please take my clothes as a gift." And he took off all his clothes and gave them to the thief. And the thief was bewildered, and he took the clothes and he slunk away. And Ryokan sat naked in his hut, watching the moon. Poor fellow, he thought. I wish I could give him this beautiful moon. And he wrote a haiku. The thief left it behind, the moon in my window. So we can take this, the thief left it behind, the moon in my window. Talking about aesthetics or the beauty of nature and the fact that the thief couldn't steal his Ryokan's precious moonlight. But it's also can be taken as a metaphor, because in Zen, moon and moonlight is a metaphor for enlightenment and wisdom. Prajnaparamita, the moonlight of wisdom. And the thief missed an opportunity. He maybe didn't realize he was in the hut of an enlightened master and had the opportunity to receive Dharma teachings, the treasure of the Dharma from this person. And Ryokan, I think he was sad. I wish I could give him this beautiful moon, he said. I wish I could give him Dharma. Dogen writes, the Buddha said, when a person who practices giving goes to an assembly, people take notice. Know that the mind of such a person communicates subtly with others. I believe this applies just as much to a No Kings rally as it does to assembling here at Sangha Jewel. There are about 50 active members in Sangha Jewel. And in practicing giving to our friends and families, co-workers and to strangers, it may be that there are hundreds or maybe thousands of people benefiting from our dana practice, often in completely unseen ways. And Dogen writes, and this is about an approach to liberating others, one of our Bodhisattva vows. I vow to free them all. Dogen writes, the mind of a sentient being is difficult to change. Keep on changing the minds of sentient beings. From the moment that you offer one valuable to the moment that they attain the way, this should be initiated by giving. Thus, giving is the first of the 6 paramitas, the 6 perfections. begins with dana. And may our practice of dana, of generosity and of giving, go well.